But yeah, 19th beer pairing, almost a 2 years affiliate. Tonight we're doing Vicious Hook Fruit Punch Sour, a fruited sour, 5.3 alcohol by volume, from Flying Dog Brewery in Frederick, Maryland. From what it says there, we're going to be pairing it with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a jelly filled donut to celebrate National Donut Day. I said that right this time. Didn't say hot dog for once. So let me pull up the website real quick. Should have had this prepared, but you guys had me drinking some beers before this. I've had I think 3 at this point, so it's been fun. But as you guys can see here, Vicious Hook Fruit Punch Sour from Flying Dog Brewery is a fruited sour. It's a 1-2 combo of sweet and tart that stuns you with a pucker punch. If you even dream of a better sour, you better wake up and apologize. Oh, those are some big words there from Untapped and Flying Dog. So let's see what this beer is all about. Let me change the scene here. All right. So this is what the art looks like. Pretty cool. Like, what I like about Flying Dog is their art style on their bottles. It looks like two like dogs boxing each other. Vicious Hook, Fruit Punch Sour. Sours are actually one of my favorite styles of beers, because it's not too. It's very easy to drink and it's perfect for a summer day. Very relaxing. I think every single beer that I've chugged tonight have been pretty good. Earlier, when at the beginning of the stream, this is what what I ended up drinking for Woos. So he said it looked like Revenant. It kind of does, with the skeleton. That was extremely good for a chug, but their bottles are pretty artistic. They have a unique art style, which is pretty dope. But I poured it into my glass. As you guys can see from through the glass, it's red. So fruit punch is red. They're gonna keep with it. I'm hoping the peanut butter and jelly goes very well with it. I'm kind of worried that both of them are going to be a little bit too sweet, but I would have loved to have some salami or some prosciutto or something like that, but it's a little late in the day for that. But pouring it in the glass, still that good red hue. I think Flying Dog uses local artists for their labels, but they're all kind of unique and they're kind of like the same style, so which is pretty cool. Yeah, not too far. And I've actually become a recent fan of their beers. Like before, I don't think I was like a big Flying Dog drinker, but over like the past like few months, I've been finding a lot of variety from them, which I like. So this came from a variety pack, where the Orange Crush Ale came from. I have a tangerine, a wheat ale upstairs as well from them. They've all been pretty good. So I'm gonna give this guy a smell. Oh man, it smells just like fruit punch. I don't even think it's gonna taste like beer, even though it's 5.3% alcohol by volume. It's already gonna seem like it's pretty easy to drink. It smells just like fruit punch. Fruit punch. You can smell the sweetness. Everything that fruit punch smells like. You can smell it right off the bat. Like you don't smell anything else. You don't smell beer. You don't smell nothing. It just smells straight like fruit punch. I'm just gonna give this guy a straight sip. Good lord. Well, definitely smell it, but when you taste it, it doesn't taste quite like a fruit punch. Not like the Orange Crush Ale that I had earlier, where you can taste nothing but orange, even through a chug. This It's more. It's a kind of. It kind of reminds me of like if a fruit punch seltzer existed. This is what I would imagine it would taste like. You know, just off of the taste itself, I'm not a big fan because it doesn't taste like a beer at all. It tastes more like a seltzer, like I said. Um, that's kind of upsetting because I was excited to drink this. But let's see how it goes with the peanut butter and jelly and the jelly donut. I imagine they're gonna pair well because they're fruity, but we'll just have to see. It mellows it out a lot more. I taste the less. It's not as seltzery. It kind of melds in with the beer itself. Like even though it's 5.3%, it doesn't taste like a beer. I can say that. I could probably if I were a guesser, and I was like taste testing something like in a blind taste test, I wouldn't think this was a beer. I would think this is more like a seltzer or what's it called? A carbonated beverage of some sort, like mineral water with some like fruit flavoring in it. I wouldn't think this had alcohol in it. I'll take a second taste real quick. The peanut butter and jelly really does mellow it out a lot. That's all I can really say. Like, I'm not a big fan of Truly's or what is that other seltzer that they make? It doesn't matter. I'm not a big fan of them. I've had a couple, like the blueberry and a mango one. They taste terrible, but it really does mellow it out. Flavor wise, doesn't make it feel like a seltzer anymore, more like just a regular beverage. But overall, I'm not a big fan still of this one. This might be the worst of the variety pack that I've had. But this food pairing is working in my favor right now after all the beer I've started with today. But I'm gonna go ahead and celebrate National Donut Day. This is a jelly-filled donut from Dunkin' Donuts. I wanted to go to Krispy Kreme, but time was not on my side. Today they had a deal where it was basically buy any dozen and get a second dozen of Glaze for $1. And plus, you would also, if you walk in the door and you purchase something, you would also get a free donut. So me bringing my kids, we would have gotten 3 free donuts and 2 dozen donuts for the weekend. Getting fat, you know. But jelly-filled donut for a fruit punch sour. What can go wrong? But no jelly in that bite. Got more jelly in that bite. Oh man. It needs more jelly. But the bites with jelly, molding with the fruit punch sour, it enhances it a lot. Like, I'm not even sure what kind of jelly this is. Might be raspberry. Yeah, it's raspberry. Like, it mixing with the beer, it enhances it, and it basically becomes like a 3D flavor in your mouth. That's really good. That definitely enhanced the beer. That might be one of the better pairings I've had. I'm still not a huge fan of the beer itself, but that definitely brings a lot more out than I anticipated. Like initially when I went to Dunkin', and I went there late in the day and I didn't see many donuts left. I think a lot of National Donut Day celebrators came and wiped them out. So my alternative to a fruit-filled donut would have been a vanilla sprinkled one. But luckily they had this because I don't think, now that I think about it, the vanilla sprinkled one wouldn't have gone very well. But if I had to give this guy a rating, let's see, is that the command? Maybe not. There we go. It definitely won't make my top 10 list. This is probably more a 3.25 or a 3 in my opinion. Probably a 3.25. 3 is a little harsh. I've had beers that taste like a 3, and this doesn't taste like a 3. I could drink it, but it wouldn't be one of my favorites. 3.25 is like threshold of beers that maybe I'll drink again, and 3s are beers that I probably won't drink again if I had a choice. Yeah, I'll give this guy a 3.25. Not the best of the Flying Dog beers that I've had, sadly, but it pairs well with other foods. Just by itself, I wouldn't say it's the best. I think I have one more in this variety pack that I have not tasted. Can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but take a look at that probably over this weekend, and maybe we'll hold that off for the next beer tasting later this month. But thank you guys for joining me for this beer tasting.